Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zhang here, and today I'm bringing you a really exciting battle against DeVon Ingram, also known as Dingram or 1337. This was a battle we had a while back, and for those that don't know, DeVon's a really solid player, qualified for Worlds both last year and this year. He finished second at US Nationals as a senior in 2013. He's actually been on this channel a while back, so it was really fun to battle him again, and he's an excellent player. Now, this battle, I was actually running my Tailwind team with Aerodactyl, Ludicolo, Garchomp, Bisharp, Charizard, Y, and Gardevoir, and the whole kind of point of that team is to set up Tailwind and sweep through with super effective hits. DeVon, on the other hand, had a team that was pretty similar, but didn't have any means of speed control. You see, he's got Tyranitar, Salamence, Rotom Heat, Ludicolo. He also had a Lucario in the back. So my main strategy in this match is to set up Tailwind and kind of sweep through with my super effective hits. So without further ado, let's get right into this battle. I feel pretty comfortable leading with Ludicolo and Aerodactyl because I've got the fake out pressure. Most likely I can set up Tailwind on the first turn, which is always really good as well. So he's going to lead with his Ludicolo and Rotom Heat, while I lead with my Ludicolo and Aerodactyl. Now on the first turn, I'm just going to fake out the Rotom Heat and Tailwind. I know, his play is most likely to fake out my Aerodactyl and either protect with Rotom Heat or switch out, but I figure in the off chance that he doesn't fake out my Aerodactyl, I'd be able to get up Tailwind, and that would be a huge advantage for me earlier on in the battle. He switches into Salamence to get the Intimidate off, and because Salamence is kind of better to deal with than Rotom Heat, I do get the fake out, not going to matter, and he doesn't fake out with this Ludicolo, so I do get this free Tailwind up, and that's really good. The whole strategy of this game was to set up Tailwind, so I'm really happy to see that it went off successfully there, and that's going to be huge going into the rest of the battle. He goes for the Scald there, but he doesn't get a burn, meaning Aerodactyl will be able to stay around for a bit longer. Now this following turn, I know there's no way the Salamence wants to take an Ice Beam from my Ludicolo, so I double up into that slot with the Rock Slide and Hydro Pump. I know that can basically KO or 2-hit KO anything he's got in the back. Rock Slide's not going to do very much because I am intimidated, and I actually missed the Hydro Pump, which really sucks. Had I connected there, I would have been able to pick up a KO the following turn, so I was pretty bummed out about that. I also don't flinch his Ludicolo with Rock Slide, but, I'm not really expecting the flinch there. However, what that does mean is I miss a turn of Tailwind, which is really big for DeVon, and I was pretty bummed out because I thought I made a pretty decent prediction in seeing the Salamence switch out. Here I get the Bisharp in, and my kind of strategy at this point is to just get as much damage off as possible. I don't want to walk into a Protect or a Switch Out and not get any damage off, so I go for the Sucker Punch on the Ludicolo and the Hydro Pump onto his Tyranitar. I know that if he protects Tyranitar, I'll still be able to get a lot of damage off on Ludi, and if he, switches out Ludi, I can still 2-hit KO the Tyranitar. I also know like he can't 2-hit KO, or double into any of my Pokemon and pick up the KO, so I feel pretty comfortable with that play. And it pays out. Ludicolo and Tyranitar are both in KO range this following turn, and I've still got another turn of Tailwind up, so I'm pretty comfortable about my position right now. However, he's still got that full HP Rotom Heat in the back and the Scarf Salamence, which is definitely pretty scary. I do the same play this turn, Sucker Punching the Ludicolo and Hydro Pumping. I know he probably doesn't want to switch out the Ludicolo because, of course, Rotom Heat doesn't fare too well against my Pokemon, and Salamence is going to give the Bisharp the +1 boost from Defiant. So he protects Tyranitar there and just goes for attack as I pick up the KO on Ludi. So things slowly back into my favor, but I do lose Tailwind now, which is pretty bad. This following turn, I'm expecting the Rotom to go for the Will-O-Wisp because it probably doesn't want to overheat my Bisharp. Because it doesn't want to get the -2 special attack, and I actually carry a Lumberry on this Bisharp, so it pays off perfectly. I get the KO on Tyranitar with this Iron Head, which is huge, and I also get a Hydro Pump against his Rotom Heat. Now you're probably wondering why he didn't overheat, but it's pretty common for a Rotom Heat not to go for the overheat right away, mainly because of two reasons. You don't want to get the -2 special attack, especially when you know you're probably going to lose your other Pokemon this turn, and you also don't want to risk, say, the Focus Sash, because had my Bisharp had a Focus Sash, he would have lost 2 special attack, would have lost a Pokemon, and Bisharp still would have been around. However, it pays out perfectly in my favor, and that's kind of what I was going for at that point. Now here he brings in Salamence, which of course gives me the boost, but like I said, this Bisharp does not carry Focus Sash, so I can actually feint to one hit. I'm expecting the Salamence to lock itself into a Dragon type attack, and here I probably really should have targeted the Rotom Heat with Sucker Punch, but I was kind of fearing the Will-O-Wisp. Instead, he's going to get the Dragon Pulse off to KO my Ludicolo, which is really good for him, and because I didn't target the Rotom Heat with Sucker Punch, he gets the free Overheat off, and that's really bad for me, because now it's basically a 2-on-1. I've got Garchomp in the back, and I know Garchomp can probably take a Dragon Pulse from this Scarf Salamence. Of course, most Scarf Salamences tend to be timid, so I feel pretty good, especially since Salamence didn't go for the Draco Meteor. So now I get into Garchomp, and it all comes down to whether, first of all, he can KO me, and second of all, if I can hit my Rock Slide. I don't want to Dragon Claw either of his Pokemon because he can just Will-O-Wisp me for the win, because I am carrying the Life Orb on this. Fortunately enough, Rock Slide does connect with both of my opponent's Pokemon, as Dragon Pulse does not KO Garchomp, and I take a win in a very, very close battle against DeVon. That was definitely a scary battle. I thought I had a huge advantage after setting up Tailwind in the beginning, but it all came down to 9 HP on my Garchomp in the very end. Of course, missing the Hydro Pump on Tyranitar was pretty big, and this battle was actually one of the reasons why I ended up running Scald on Ludicolo for the remainder of the season, as you know, on my regionals team, mainly because Scald is too good with the 100% accuracy and the chance to burn. So, if you're wondering between Scald and Hydro Pump on Ludicolo, you should definitely go for Scald. 100% accuracy is just too good to pass down. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that battle. It was really, really fun and intense. As always, leave a like if you did. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.